Hi friends, this is an era of geopolitical upsets and wars. Following are the upsets which have taken place all over the world. Let us see first upsets on the part of Russia. Russia is losing strategic edge in Ukraine. And more serious is that India and Russia are distancing from each other despite both of them have been all-weather friends, the most trusted friends for decades. Moreover, Russia is too much allied to China, very close to China, but as a number two partner, not even equal to each other. This is all about Russia. Now let's see upsets on the part of China. China today is playing twin track game with India. On border, China is potential enemy, and in trade, China is friendly to India. Even in trade, China is weaponizing trade to block India's manufacturing. China is even blocking raw material to India for pharmaceutical raw material, fertilizer raw material, and also halted rare earth metals as well as tunnel boring machines. These are the vital imports from China, which is most required for India's manufacturing. But purpose of China is to block India's manufacturing. This is the problem. China has also strictly asked Chinese companies, its companies, and also Chinese workers not to work in India, not to work for India, not to take any projects of India. This is a clear-cut intention to block India as regards India's manufacturing is concerned. Okay, this is all about China. Now let us see Axis, a group amongst Russia, China, and Iran. This group has been considered as a counterweight to the West, domination of the West. But what has happened now? Result? This Axis failed to stand together in the recent war between Iran and Israel. This has also failed to emerge as a counterweight to the West. And as regards Russia and China is concerned, that both of them have ghosted Iran during this time, critical time. It was in fact a first test of the grouping standing together. This is called as Axis upheavals. This is called as Axis upheavals. Their axes are not built up on mutual defense, but on strategic convenience. This is all about this group of axis. Now let us see about Pakistan. Surprisingly, Pakistan is emerged as a global player to lead the UNO in countering global terrorism. Pakistan is also have strong influence over financial institutions, global financial institutions like IMF, International Monetary Fund, Asian Development Bank, as well as World Bank, particularly in taking aids from them at will. This is all about Pakistan. Now let us see the upsets on the part of the BRICS. BRICS, you are aware that it is an international grouping having 11 members, including Russia, China, and India. BRICS today represents almost 50% world population, almost 40% global GDP, and also almost 26% of global trade. Despite huge representation on the part of BRICS, the fact remains that BRICS today faces upsets to counter US dollar as foreign currency. They have failed to do it, the main issue. This is all about BRICS. Now then, United Nations. United Nations organization, what is known as UNO also, is hardly united today to address its core issue of peace and security of the world. Otherwise, the whole world have been warring Ukraine, Russia, India, Pakistan, Israel, Iran, where USA was also involved, Hamas and Israel. The whole world are battling, are in the battlefield. What the hell United Nations was doing it? It was just a mere silent spectator. This is unfortunate, but this is a fact. This is an upset on the part of United Nations. Now, the upsets on the part of USA. USA has got settled in the Middle East in the recent war between Israel and Iran. Why it is upsets? Settled? Because the main issue of involvement of Israel and USA against Iran was to keep Iran away from nuclear development. But they have been miserably failed to do it. So I said it is settled. Now, the USA today is transforming economic globalization to economic protectionism. That is why USA is imposing heavy, huge reciprocal tariff on almost all the countries of the world. As a result, the global economy is shattered. The shattered USA is making the world economy shattered. This is a fact. Anyway, we all are aware that USA is also coming back to South Asia, having its military base in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Why does USA coming back to South Asia after 2021 when it was withdrawn from Afghanistan? As indication is coming that USA is interested to keep an eye on its adversary like China, Iran, Russia, Central Asia and Afghanistan, etc. This is the main purpose. Anyway, this is all about the upsets on the part of the world. Now, the other part of the video is that where does India stand in the global upsetting? When the whole globe, whole world is upset, where does India stand? Implications on India. Here are 4 or 5 points. Number 1 point is that India stands geopolitically isolated. Again, I repeat, India stands geopolitically isolated. And you have seen all crowds with the Pakistan while warring with India. But India was all alone, completely isolated, and India has been badly exposed for the first time world over. Then, second point is, as I said, India and Russia are distancing between the two all-weather friends. There must be some reasons why these two are distancing. There are certain 3-4 reasons. First reason is that India is no longer dependent on Russia as regards defense arms and equipment imports are concerned. There was a time when India was depending upon Russia for almost 80% of defense imports from Russia. Today it has gone down to 36%. Yet Russia is higher exporter to India, the defense exporter to India, higher than others like USA or Israel or France. Now, number 2 reason is the people were talking why India did not stand with Russia, despite the fact that erstwhile Soviet Union, stood firmly with India in 1971 while India was fighting for Bangladesh liberation. So India has ditched. This is what the blame on the part of India. But the fact was that had India stood with Russia, definitely Ukraine would have been unwiped. And Ukraine has been equally a vital partner of India as regards states are concerned. Some of the defense equipment is also India depending upon Ukraine for a long time. Ukraine is equally a good friend of India. So India did not stand with Russia. Now, question arises, why Russia did not stand with India while warring with Pakistan recently? Same is the problem. Russia is also have national interest with Pakistan. Russia is interested today to get a huge project of a steel plant in Karachi. And other factor is the Chinese factor. So Russia is interested to get close to Pakistan. So could not stand with India while warring with Pakistan. Then other reason is that Russia is too much dependent on China nowadays. As I said earlier, too much dependent on China. And China is the number one potential enemy of India. So impact has to be on the part of Russia-India relationship, directly or indirectly. Anyway, then Russia is no longer as effective politically, geopolitically in the world game plan and including United Nations. The Soviet Union kept on using veto in favor of India. Russia also many occasions supported India. India also supported Russia, but today they are at distance. Situation is such as I said earlier. Anyway, this is all about distancing between Russia and India. Now the third aspect is USA is coming back to South Asia, as I said, having base in Pakistan and Israel. But if at all USA is coming back to South Asia to contain Chinese influence in South Asia, then India has to be happy. It's a good news for India that USA is coming back to South Asia to contain China. India will get some relief, as all around India, Chinese influence is too much. All the small friends of India all around are with China today. Anyway, as I said about Pakistan, it's playing global role. But yet still the fact remains that Pakistan is only a proxy to the great powers of China and USA. So it is not a long-term game plan. Today and tomorrow, very soon, Pakistan has to get down. Pakistan cannot survive as a world player because it is not playing as a world player by means of its own strength, but it is mere a proxy. As regards India is concerned, yes, India no doubt stands geopolitically isolated, but India is capable of fighting back to regain its past image, and India will do it, I'm sure. This is all about my video today. Thank you each and every one of you.